Good morning. It's July 3rd, I'm Kofi Mensah, and this is Chale News. The flood crisis has a military general running the response and a presidential spokesperson telling critics they can swim in the floodwaters. Ghana's first female auditor general is now in the chair, and the Black Stars are one game away from the last 16. Let's get into it. The flood response has a new face, and it's military. Brigadier General Forster Oke-Yeboah, Director General of Joint Operations at the Ghana Armed Forces, has been appointed to lead the nationwide flood mitigation effort. Nearly 39,000 Ghanaians are still displaced after the June 29th floods killed at least 12 people. Government says his mandate is, quote, uncompromising and all action. We'll see. Meanwhile, Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Shamima Muslim went on Metro TV and told NPP flood critics they can, her words, swim in the floodwaters if they wish. Nearly 39,000 people are still without homes. Some communities haven't received relief. Whatever the politics, that's a line that's going to sting. History was made at Jubilee House. Dr. Pamela Graham has been sworn in as Ghana's first ever female Auditor General by President Mahama. She's walking into a fire. 350 million Ghanaian cedis in NADMO flood relief funds is waiting for scrutiny. That's 50 million Ghanaian cedis, more than was publicly announced. Full breakdown on Chale.news. In Samraboy, Western North Region, 1,900 residents still cannot go home. NADMO has blocked their return until fumigation and safety checks are complete. The Samra and Tano rivers left serious contamination behind. These are real people, waiting, with no clear timeline. Ghana's National House of Chiefs has a warning about Mahama Cares, the medical trust fund bearing the president's name. The chiefs say political branding could turn this into another Saglami, another Agenda 111, a program that dies when the administration changes. They're demanding structural guarantees. It's a fair ask. Community banks have 6 months. The ARB Apex Bank has told rural and community banks they must hit 5 million Ghanaian cedis in minimum capital by December 31st or lose their licenses. 3 compliance pathways exist, but the clock is ticking. For communities where these banks are the only financial lifeline, this matters. Cocoa Board has released another 2.6 billion Ghanaian cedis to licensed buying companies. Total payouts this season now sit at 34.5 billion Ghanaian cedis. Of the fresh funds, 1.4 billion Ghanaian cedis is earmarked specifically to clear credit purchase debts owed to farmers. That money is long overdue. 2 Ghanaians were killed in South Africa, and it's exposed something uncomfortable. Ghana has no formal evacuation policy for citizens in distress abroad. Parliament's Foreign Affairs Ranking Member Samuel Jinapor is calling for dedicated legislation and a state institution to fill that gap. It's overdue. Parents and JHS students, mark your calendars. WAEC says 2026 BECE results will be released on or before July 15th. Scripts are marked. Quality checks are running. Over 600,000 candidates are waiting. We'll be watching. Black Stars. Tomorrow in Kansas City, Ghana versus Colombia World Cup round of 32. Coach Carlos Queiroz says tomorrow there are no mistakes and calls knockout football a privilege, not a problem. Opta gives Ghana 13.8% odds. The coach doesn't seem bothered, neither should we. But the pre-match atmosphere took a dark turn. GFA communications boss Henry Asante Twom physically removed Black Stars captain Jordan Ayew from journalists mid-interview, after a reporter tried to ask about footage showing England's DJ Spence apparently refusing to shake Thomas Partey's hand. That's linked to Partey's ongoing UK rape case. The GFA has issued 0 statement. That silence is a statement of its own. Full story at Chale.news. Better news from Dakar. The Black Maidens are ready. All 24 players came through training at the Centre d'Excellence Youssoufa Ndiaye without a single injury concern. They face Senegal on Friday at 5 p.m. for a FIFA U17 Women's World Cup qualifier. Full fitness. Good sign. The violence in Nkwanta South is reaching inside homes now. Women at a labour union press conference described how the ongoing communal conflict is destroying marriages. One said her husband freezes in terror at the sound of footsteps at night. Let that land. Hafsatu Idrisu, a totally blind girl from Prue District, had never seen the inside of a classroom. She was being used to attract sympathy while begging. The Ghana Blind Union stepped in and enrolled her at the Akrapong School for the Blind. She's going to school. That's what this country's capable of when people bother to show up. To finish, Burna Boy just broke Spotify's all-time record for monthly listeners by an African artist. 47.3 million. The World Cup collab Die Die with Shakira hit number 1 on Spotify's global top songs, the first African act to do that since Wizkid and Drake back in 2016. African excellence, Chale. That's your July 3rd morning digest. I'm Kofi Mensah. Full stories, context, and everything you need is waiting at Chale.news. Stay informed.